Okay, hello. My name is Tyler Ferrari, and I'm creating this video just as a log to prove what happened and show that I'm not crazy. But my programming assignment, program 2 for EE312, um, is acting a little funky, and I just want to show why and how that's happening. Well, not how, I don't know how, but um, hopefully if a grader sees this, they might be able to understand my confusion a little bit. Um, so basically, I'll explain the issue right now. I've worked hard on a program 2 for lab 2 of this class. And while the original code works, every time I turn it in via a zip file and then unzip it, so I re-download and unzip it so that I can test it as a grader might, um, I just get a whole bunch of errors for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'm going to walk through turning it in, re-downloading it, and show you the errors that I'm getting um, before and after the re-download. I've tried this video a couple times, so I already have a zip file here, but for you guys, I'll do anything. I'll make a new zip file. I'll show it off. Um, so I'm already in my Kamiq. I'm on my game of life. Um, as you can see, if I ls, I have all my original program files. And if I already have Valgrind in here. Okay, so I have Valgrind and look life is the text file I'm using to show this off. Um, I'll go into there. Just a random text file, as you might get in this lab, just some ones and zeros. And I'm actually going to copy this now, or I guess I don't have to. I did this in the last video, but um, I can show you. I've created um, an identical look life on my desktop. They're the same. Um, and I'll be using that after I unzip my program. So I'm going to test this. I'm going to show you what happens in the original program. Oops, I think I hit enter on here. That's fine. In the original program, I run it. I have 0 memory leaks. I have 0 errors. Um, I have a nice, pretty little grid. And we'll test it with different numbers, so 3 or 8. Um, I think it looks great. Let's go 15. That's a crazy number. Nice and big. Um, basically, every time I'm getting 0 errors and 0 memory leaks. So everything looks good. It's hunky-dory. I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to turn this in. And for that, I'm going to zip up my files. So um, I need to name it prog02 tmf2229. It's my UTID. And then .zip. And inside my zip, I'm going to put my life.c, my life underscore driver.c, my life.h, and my makefile. All these things will go into my new zip. I'm going to hit ls. You can see my new program2 tm Ferrari um, or tmf zip file. I'll reload here. You can see it here too. And as you saw earlier, everything looked great. I'll just drag this onto my desktop so that I can turn it in. Um, oh yeah, like I said, I tried to do this before, so I'll replace it. Um, and as you can see, boom, here it is. Here's my new awesome file that hopefully works. So I'm gonna turn it in. I'm gonna show turning myself in. Not turning myself in, turning my program in. Here's my program. And I think, let's get the timestamp on this. Yeah, 10:26. That was a minute ago. So this is the one I just made. Um, I'm going to submit the assignment. I've submitted. Here it is. I'm going to re-download it. I want to show it in folder. And just so we don't get it mixed, like I said, I did this before too. Just so we don't get mixed up with the old one um, that I just downloaded. Or this isn't the old one, but just so we don't get mixed up, let's rename this, and we'll name it to issues. We'll name it to issues because we're having some issues with it. So it's named issues, and we'll move it to desktop just so we know where it is. Program 2, which worked. Issues, which won't. And then we'll go to, I've already created a directory to test issues. So we'll go to testing issues, and we'll bring in our issues file, which is exactly like our progress program 2. I've created it. Oops, forgot. I also need look life. Remember, this is the, I'll open it again. This is the same as the look life I just tested. So I'll bring this in. .text file. Perfect. So I have issues, look life, and now I'm going to have to go back to the proper directory. So GOL testing issues. Testing issues. Perfect. I'm going to ls. You can see my issues and my look life. Next, I'm going to unzip issues. Gives me all my files. I'm going to make the file. I'll ls so you can see I have a new life program. And now I'm going to run the valgrind. I guess I should just type it. Valgrind /life. We'll do look life again. That's the same thing. And then we'll do 6 because that's the first one we did before. And as you can see, I am now yielding 12 errors. There's still no memory leak, and I can't remember if that's the correct grid. I doubt it because this also tends to give incorrect grids. But yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand the problem, but I do want to record it and make sure people know what happened. Seems like the number of errors is linked to how many generations I do, but again, those errors don't appear in the original code, and I've done the bytes check. I've looked in properties to make sure that the number of bytes is the same in both the original and the new versions. I don't get it. Other thing is that, especially with low numbers, it seems like the number of columns will just go wonky. Number of columns and rows will just go super wonky. But yeah, I only get this after I unzip the file again. I talked to a TA about it, and they didn't really understand what was happening either. They said I should do a regrade if I needed to, and I was thinking maybe I could do like a lab checkout with a TA and my original code. I don't know, just some ideas, but I worked really hard on this lab, and I would hate to get a bad grade for it, especially because I think my code is good. I think it works. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Hopefully I'm able to show this. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to show this, but yeah, that's it. See y'all later.